So the conclusion of my paper really disregarded what the cultural norms are. It really just looked into what's the ideal way for a human to live. And the conclusion is that we should be growing our own food. We should be hunting our own food. We should be taking care of our own food. That's a full-time job. Okay, so if that's our job, then we're reaching the activity that we need to be achieving to be healthy, okay? And, exercise is a supplement because we don't get as much activity nowadays. So if you went about gardening and hunting animals and whatnot, you would probably reach the activity that you need. Also, we would avoid electrical light. We would have no electric light. We would have no extra blue light besides the sun, and that would be the only blue light that we receive, so we'll know that whenever the sun goes down, we're supposed to go down as well. We're supposed to go to sleep. There's potential that we would have a biphasic sleep pattern, so that means we would go to sleep from like 8 p.m. till 2 a.m. and then wake up until like 4 a.m. and then from 4 a.m. Go back to sleep until like 6 or 7 a.m. whenever the sun's rising. So we would have like 2 different phases of sleep. So I thought that was super interesting. And of course, meditation and having some type of spiritual belief system where you can acknowledge that there's a higher power, that there's a driving force behind everything, and that you can acknowledge that there's a bigger force outside of yourself. Okay, that's a big part of being healthy as well. Another thing is being social. So back in the day, whenever they socialized it, they had like a clan of 50 people. Okay, now we're connected to like thousands of people, but we're only close to a few of them, right? But they were close to, 50 people, they were all family and they stayed together. Okay, so having that very close connection. So socializing is very important, but you don't want to overwhelm yourself with socializing. You don't want to get to know too many people, which is something that I've done in the past. So overall, try to strive to live like Paleolithic ancestors. Read the paper, see what, the way the Paleolithic ancestors lived. The minute you start using that as a guide to start saying, okay, what steps do I need to take to get to that point? I was just thinking that there can be some drawbacks of being in nature, because I've been out in my grandma's garden, being stung by a bee. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but guess what? The bee dies. You just won your first battle against nature, okay? Another situation, stepping in a wild animal shit. Okay, you kind of lost that one, but is it really that bad? Third situation, we can still use soap, right? There's nothing against soap. Now, there are some soaps that definitely increase estrogen and kind of mess with our hormones a little bit, and we don't want that. We want to find some good organic soaps, some good organic things to use to be able to clean ourselves and whatnot. But hey, we can still keep up the same hygiene and be outside. So all the infection and all the stuff that our ancestors dealt with, we can kind of avoid that because we have the tools necessary to do that.